All right. We are live and Christmassy. What other time of year is it better to go live, right? 7:46 Central Time. We're here. What's up? Judo Dafo F3. Do I know you? Maybe. Anyway, we went live, random Q&A. I've got something awesome to show you guys. So I'll put my email on here again. And you guys can shoot me, Mr. Bundy, sending me stuff from Nashville. You guys can send me stuff here. We can pin this, and we'll just do a live random Q&A, and I'll pull out the whatchamacallit, the special stuff once. There we go. Pin it. Once we get some more of you guys joining, but I do have some stuff for sale. I do have a couple of things to list. Actually, we could start with those. Sorry, the camera's really wobbly. I moved it to the kitchen table and it is definitely moving around. So apologize for that. So we are selling a bunch of stuff. We've got the alder with orange, brown, and red. This is for sale. I can't remember exactly what the price point is. I think it's $150, includes shipping on my site. What did I just list on Squarespace here? It's on my Squarespace site, BigDGuitars.com. Yep, $150. Plain alder weighs in at 4.9 ounces. 4.4 pounds, 9 ounces. Really nice. What's up, Sheik Abraham? Haven't seen you in a while, man. How you been? I haven't gone live in a while, so sorry about that, guys. We do have this finished body still sitting. This was listed at $350. This is redwood. It's like a cocoa burst. I thought it was going to be a Brock burst, but it turned into something else. What's up, Steve? So this is for sale. This is $300 now. I lowered it from $370. Trying to just move some money. This has got True Oil on it. Really light. Steve, if you buy this, I'll probably get you the back for both of these. I am a little sick. What's up, Eddie? And then we've got this one for sale as well. This is $200. This is for sale, $200 shipped. So free shipping on these. Just trying to make a little bit of money to pay for Christmas. Nothing is sold this year. It's been a real slow year. Haven't really even done that many videos. Some of you guys know why, but we won't get into that. So we've got 19 of you. It's funny, we always hover right around 19. Again, if you guys want to send me what you're working on, send it to Derek at BigDGuitars. We'll go ahead and load those up. For some of you that noticed, my background now has changed. I've sort of reorganized the house here slightly just to make it a little bit more accessible for the kids. But Merry Christmas to you and your family and everyone out there. And then now, here we go. We got 20 of you guys on here, and this thing is awesome. Look what I got. Look at this. 2 or 3 piece top, holes drilled. Any one of you can guess what this is? This is a 1953 Les Paul. Woo! Gold top, stripped down. A guy found it on, I can't even remember where he found it. This is the Keith. Unsure who Keith is, but this is a 1953 Les Paul. We'll actually do a full video on this, but I wanted to share this with you guys live. Don't have pickups. I do have the original back plates. This is going to be restored for a customer. Again, this is another long-term restorer. I know if Glenn gets on here, he's like, what about mine? And that one, I'm waiting for some parts to come in to finish that one up. I actually got to get access to some drill bits. But this one, not broken. at all, but it's missing inlays. So someone put a dummy inlay there, no inlay here. What we're end up doing is we're going to pop all the inlays out, refret this, and then paint it. We're going to do a dark back, and then we're going to do a gold top. So this is 1953, based on a couple things. Number one is the holes on the bottom, the 2 or 3 piece top, the Brazilian rosewood inlay, and then the way the headstock is done. There was something that Grun told me about with the headstock. I don't remember exactly what that was. I'd have to go look at my notes in my binder on why this. It's either something about it being off center or just slightly up, but this is amazing. I mean, this really is one of the most iconic guitars that you'll find out there on the internet. These things sound amazing. So this was filled in. Someone sanded this down. Really, the body and neck are really in incredible shape. It's actually got a great feel on the neck, kind of baseball bat-ish. All I really got to do is wash this down with acetone. Little bit sticky. There's a little bit of residue on here. Clean this off. And now that I'm saying this out loud, maybe we don't put a color on it. We just seal it and then do the gold top, because it's a really beautiful piece of wood. There's no dents anywhere near what the other one had. It's a 1-piece genuine mahogany back. No bowing, but from when they were sanding it, you could see just a little bit of a dip on that. That's hand sanding back in the day with non-orbital sanders. A little bit of a curve in right here as well from too much pressure. Binding is in great shape. There's one spot right there that'll have to be filled in. And then that's about it. So this is a new project that will work through hopefully till spring. Finishing a guitar isn't that bad. I usually don't like doing straight out finishes. But this thing is a piece of history. Plus, putting this back together will be awesome. So we've got a really cool custom project. I mean, what's really cool about the artisans at Gibson is when you look at the old guitars, how well they're put together. You could just see in this neck joint. It's amazing. Just amazing guitar. Oh, the other thing Grun said was the binding follows the curve here, and it's actually nice and flush. So really not a whole lot of work. There is a little bit of just cleanup with whatever oil or thing is on that. We'll do a refret. I mean, there are 0 frets left on this thing. And then the owner and I were already trading emails. He's got a low profile bridge we're going to put in here. But how do we do this? There is really no room here for a bridge. You could actually put a flat top telly bridge on this because there is no room in height coming off of this. The neck angles on this were atrocious. I've seen guys reset these. So none of these are really in original condition because you have to pull the neck and then reset it. But this is a original Brazilian rosewood fretboard. Pretty good condition. A little bit of digging in up here. You know, I'll sand just a little bit of that down. But the upper frets are pretty good. Just this was really, someone was playing rhythm a lot, and you can feel that on this. So amazing, amazing project. Really, no, she gets it is a carved top, but it's a really shallow dome. I don't know if you can actually tell. It's really not like some of the Les Pauls that I've done really are thick. So I'll start with 3/4. These are 5/8, and they're just not that carved. I guess it's got a 1/2 inch carve. I mean, you can see I'm having so much vision problems, guys. Yeah, you can see right here on the top, it's only about a 1/2 inch top. It's not really a full. I don't think you can see it here. No, you're not going to see it. Then I don't want to break it. A really nice guitar, be a great project to work on. So that's just a quick intro on this. Let's see. Bearcorn sent a note. Eddie Saunders sent a note. How better is this year model from the 59? I don't know. These need a lot of TLC to get into play. That's why these are probably the least desirable, but it's a historic. If you can get the original pickups as part of these sound awesome. The one that I restored was outstanding. It's funny, as I'm playing with this, something is the tuner, one of the tuners is loose. But I do have the original pots as part of this too. So it'll be a fun project to work on. So we'll revisit that once we get another group of you guys on. So we're about 11 minutes in. Not a whole lot of questions. I hope it gets restored and not bastardized. The other one was restored too, but it was so broken. It needed some TLC, and that one's almost done. We're making progress with that. Let's see. We sent emails to me here at Derek at BigDGuitars. Let's see what shows up. It's funny, my eBay Hammer Talladega just showed up. I love that guitar. It's one of my faves. Oh, why do all your guys' emails always go into spam or junk? Where is that? Junk. Let's see who's in here. So Clemson, yeah, this one will be restored, not bastardized. Did I put the wrong email? DEREK@BIGDGOT. No, I don't have any emails from anybody yet. I know a couple of you guys said you sent stuff, but I don't see it. 7:46. Maybe it hasn't refreshed here. Let's wait a minute. So what's everyone doing for Christmas? What are you guys thinking? Anything interesting? Anyone getting any good gear that you bought for yourself since you're a dad? I don't have anything coming. I don't know. This year will be weird with guitars. I end up selling most of what I've got. That's where we're gonna end up. Most of the projects, anything I have is moving. Hey Chris, man, what's going on? How you feeling? Haven't heard from you in a while, and also haven't been live for a while. I don't know. Did Texas Toast go live today? I didn't see that as a notice. That's why I decided to go, or maybe he's fallen out of my thing. Did he go live? I didn't see. Let's see if we click on this. Oh, he was live an hour ago. Texas Toast was live. So I don't know. Just wanted to share some of the goodies. I'm selling a bunch of guitar bodies. This is for $200. This is $300, a beautiful redwood top. And then we got this one for $150. So if you guys have an interest in something, name your price and we can make a deal. And then I actually got a couple guys purchased the the stain your top. So I just sent an email to the guy tonight asking what he's looking for. That's one of them. Let's see, what did he send? I just got it actually. It was right before I went live. I was trading emails with him. Where's that guy's name? Steve Drammel. There we go. He wants this. So like a Rick Fireglow. That's like a brown, really light brown base with some red and yellow. We get pretty close with that. Depends on what figures in this maple. That's actually a pretty clean piece of wood. I don't know if you could see that. Nice body. It's got binding on it already. That should be fun. Be a good project. Have you done a video? Let's see. Chris, what are you doing? Where are you working now? You have to put that in there. You guys text me later. Sorry, you got to work on Christmas. That's no fun. Is that Monday? I think it's a Monday, right? 14th. Let's see. Yeah, Christmas is Monday. I get the kids that day, and then just doing some vacation. Try to get an acoustic like it's 4 steel, but is that normal? Hold on, Chic. I'm not following you. P90s. I just got an acoustic, but it's 4 steel strings and 2 nylon strings. So I'm assuming the 4 steel strings are upper, the 2 nylon are lower. Maybe that's for someone playing some specific type of music. I haven't heard that. Have you done a video on staining or dyeing a Paul Farrell fretboard? Any suggestions? No, I usually don't stain fretboards. Because fretboards, as you play, you wear the fretboard down slightly, and the oils in your hand wear down any finish or anything that you put on it. So you actually kind of pull the color out, which is why I don't like using that StewMac ebony fretboard stain thing or whatever. I just don't think over time it does all that well. So I never really stain fretboards. I have stained and then seal them with a real heavy poly coat, but I don't like the way that looks. So the Jean Paul brand. I don't know that one, Chic. Security at hospital. All right, it's not bad. Van Shank, what's up, buddy? Some second fender, secondhand Ash Stratocaster, some random Woman with Guitars for Christmas coming from me. Hey man, I always tell guys, get into pawn shops and find pawn shop guitars, because if you're not pawn shopping it up, you're not finding the deals. Because those guys, some do. So like where I lived on the north side of Chicago, there was a pawn shop of a guy that used to play in a band, and he knew everything that came into the store, and you couldn't get one past him. And every once in a while, you'd find like a bunch of a Mexican Strat with like loaded pickups, like Fender Lace, noiseless or whatever. And he priced that stuff accordingly. But then there was a pawn shop, about 10 minutes away from him, and he had no idea what he was doing. And you'd find the same thing, $100 for like a made in Japan Strat, and you're like, oh my god, like what does this guy got? And it's like, well, it's not a USA, and like, well, these are better. It's like I'd rather have a Japanese made in Japan Strat or Tele than some of the American stuff of the same age. Like those guitars are amazing. What's up, Tom? I know this is probably the week to do this. Next week, I'll probably go live again next week before the holidays. I know we'll all need a break from running around, and I like just hanging out with you guys and chilling. Hopefully I can sell some of these bodies. I don't know, Steve, if you're interested. Somebody, please take a look. If you want to give me a thumbs up here, that'd be great too. Usually we get about 20 of you guys live pretty much the whole time. It's a good question, Sheik. So he's asking, let me ask, are guitars made from woods from the past better grade than current woods? I would say yes. A lot of the woods of today are what we call plantation grade wood, which is they're grown really fast. They're specifically engineered to grow fast. These, and you can see it actually on this. This is non-plantation grown. This is from the early 50s. You can see, I don't know if you can see the grain lines running through this, but this is really densely packed Honduran mahogany, and you just don't, you can actually see it here real well. You just don't get wood like this from the plantations anymore. This grain just doesn't exist. So for the old wood guitars, I personally think that those sound better than the newer stuff. Plus, as wood ages, it dries out and becomes a little bit more resonant. So I really like the old guitars, old guitar wood, more so than some of the new stuff. Plus, it's not encapsulated in plastic. If you buy a high-end Gibson or Fender, like, you're going through, let's say you make a guitar and you're sorting wood. Your lighter, more resonant pieces of wood go to the high-end custom shops, and your sort of everyday graded stuff just goes right on through the line, and they just make stuff. So I like the older guitars, the older wood. It's called old growth chic, is you'll hear that in your country. The old growth wood is really more valuable. It's tighter pack grain versus the plantation stuff is like the rings are like this, and I just don't think it's the same. So are we entering the tone wood debate zone? No, I would just say old growth wood is usually better than the plantation stuff. But I could do the tone wood debate. I think all of you guys would just explode, right? I haven't, it's funny. I haven't heard, now that we're getting there, I haven't heard a tone wood debate in a while. It feels like that has been squashed. Maybe people just don't talk about it anymore. How much for the LP I was holding? That's a 1953 LP. We're gonna restore that one. The owner paid $3,500, and we're gonna put a finish on it. So that's that's part of rock and roll history, man. Like, there's nothing like that. I've not seen anything like that. So, where are we? Hey, Paul. Hey, Steve. We don't have mahogany here, but we have a good. You should have sapele, right? SAPAELE. That should be available in Suriname, right? Did my email come through? Send a picture and a short video of my current project. No, it didn't. I don't know. Let me check again. I did show you 746. Yeah, my emails never load. Really don't like. We have T-Mobile home internet, and it doesn't work really well. Plus, I'm live, and the oldest is live, and so she's probably using whatever bandwidth is on this. Let me see if I turn off internet, if that comes through. Junk, trash, archive. Let's see if it's in junk. See, I've only got, oh, here, Bearcorn. See, I don't understand. Why when you guys send me notes do they fall into junk? All right, so this is from Eddie. Eddie, this is your question you posted earlier. I don't know if you're still on. I know you'd submitted stuff early while I was here. Ooh, look at that. Here, this is what I'm talking about. Sapele chic. That usually takes stain pretty well. That looks like that's not bird's eyes, but that's just figure, man. That would make one hell of a guitar. It looks like waves, like big waves. That looks really good. So that would take any brown and yellow, really look awesome on that, on sapele or mahogany. That's one of my favorite colors. And then Bearcorn. All right, let's see if this comes down. This better not be some inappropriate material. I'll get in trouble. Wow, that's pretty. Look at that. It's a nice base. It's got, this is one of those, is this one of these pieces from Kimball that's got the grain running through it? You might, I don't know where you are, Bear, on this, but you might actually want to take a little bit of black and feather the outside. It might hide that line running through it. So that might work. Let's see. Or you might be done with this already. Let's see. He's staining it here. Yeah, you might want to do a little bit of black on the outer. That would be, that might be it. The black might actually help hide that sap line. So that's my 2 cents on this. Man, that's pretty. It's a pretty top. Once you put a clear coat on that, it'll look great. but just give me my 2 cents. You're probably like, damn it, I'm done. I don't know why these emails don't come through. See, even like I got my Whiskey Guitars email and it doesn't show. It's so weird. It's spalted quilted maple. Yeah. Did you get that from Kimball Bear, or did you where'd you get that from? Crabwood, Hi Paul. Any idea where to buy a 335 arch top veneer mold? You know, Paul, that came up a while ago in another thread. I did buy a Gretsch mold that I have. Where did I find a mold? eBay has some molds. But you know, it's funny, the way China presses the wood is the same way Gibson presses the wood. They're all, you know, the 3-piece or 7-piece ply, and they press it down in the veneer. I mean, the difference is the China tops brought over the old Gibson equipment to make that, and the Gibson one is still, I guess it's not in Kalamazoo anymore, but it's in Nashville. But that machine is like, it's older than me. It's just you know, the guy applies the glue, the sheets, the plywood, clamps it down, lets it sit for, I think, 30 seconds, pulls it off, it's done, keep moving on. So I got that from Pitbull Guitars. I don't know if I know Pitbull Guitars. I don't know if I've ever bought anything from them. How much for an LP built by you, like that awesome blue double cut you did? That one I charged $3,500 from. I am not capable of doing that work right now. That's why he was selling that one. I don't know if that video's still up, but he's still think it's for sale. So if you wanted to grab that one, it's still there. Have I made an ES 335 body? No, I do have. I was going to build a mold for that. That might not be a bad idea while I'm here, but I don't have access to the bandsaw to cut up thin pieces of wood. So once we get the shop fully back up and operational, we'll go down that path. Wow, we got 28 of you now. Holy crap. Oh, Pitbull, I know them out of Australia. So for those of you that join, as I break my chair and the guitar, I've got a 1953 Les Paul that we'll be restoring. This is the Keith, and we're going to put a finish on it. It's a nice wax. What's up, Vince? Or Vinny's World. This is in really nice condition. Really excellent shape. It needs a little bit of sanding. There's a couple dents here and there. I'm not going to try and get them out because that's part of the history of the guitar. There's a lip right here now that I noticed it. But the binding is in great shape. Fretboard is only really worn down up here, but it needs new frets. Bridge placement, we should be good to go. We'll do the fretting and all that work before we paint. So that'll be one of the things we work through this summer. Actually, I'll get this strung up relatively quickly because I want to get the bridge drilled before I spray. So what finish will the neck go on? This we're gonna do like a brown, but we'll spray it in nitro. I mean, this has to be sprayed in real nitro. We can't do any other finish on this. God, could you imagine hurting that guitar and die? Thank you. This is my tree. This is my festive live. All right. Pitbull is in the process of being sold through an owner change arm, so technically don't exist in the same way they used to. Ever heard of Kevin Canton Guitars? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know that name off the top of my head. I do know a lot of guys, when I see their logos, I'm more of a visual person, so I don't know that. So gold top it with gold leaf. Oh, now I actually have the antique brass from, I think it's Historic Finishes. I bought two gallons of that. That's the original gold color. Problem when you spray that stuff is gold just goes everywhere. So even if you outside, everything's covered in gold. I did find some booths that I'll put up. I've got a nice spot in the back here where I can actually put up like a little booth and then spray and not have anyone complain about what I'm doing. So it will be a wraparound tail. I don't have the bridge on here, but it'll wrap around back and through. So it actually will be really nice. So how did you happen upon Angelus from Mac? I went through a lot of different stains. I used Fibings for a little bit. I used Keta dyes or Keta dyes. I used the trans tint. I thought the trans tints were really expensive for what you were getting. I know they were pretty versatile, um, but I think they were $20 or $30 a bottle, and I just didn't. I just thought it was expensive for a lot of us being hobbyists. You want a bunch of colors, and you're spending like $300, and for 50, $60 with Angelus, you could get a lot. They started marketing me a little bit before they helped sort of sponsor me, if you want to call it that. They'll give me dyes here and there. But I just like, it's a family owned business in Los Angeles. The lady that deals with me, I think, is the sister or cousin of the owner. They're just good people, and they helped me through the pandemic. And when I moved in here, they helped me. They gave me a new set of dyes to start with. So they've been really good people. And I know some of you guys complain they don't have some of the bigger sizes, but they struggled to get materials during COVID. But they stuck with me, and I really like them. The one thing I didn't like about the Fibings or Fibbings or whatever it's called, felt like the dye pulled in certain spots across a different set of colors. So I really like Angelus sits in the wood, and then when I use the steel wool, it comes off clean, and I don't really have any issues with it. I thought when I used the Fibings, when it pulled, it actually pulled in little, I don't know how to call it, like the dye pulled into certain spots. And when you try to sand it out, it's like, well, I got to really sand this. And I felt like the pigment of Angelus was smaller than the pigment of the Fibings, if that makes any sense from doing what I'm doing. So Kevin Canton used to be the quality control manager at Lakeland Bases. He now makes his own guitars. I don't know that name. I don't know Lakeland Bases. Maybe I do. I'm not trying to be ignorant, but there's a lot of guys I do and don't know. Here we go. I used Angelus on my latest bill. Worked great. Do companies actually dye guitars, or are they dyeing wood grain filler? No, usually they're staining. Like if you see, there's a guy that used to be on YouTube. Some of his videos were copied and uploaded again. There's a bunch of Paul Reed Smith videos where they're actually hand staining it. What Gibson usually does is they put a stain on, and then they'll do like a yellow stain on a guitar, and then they'll airbrush it or spray it to get that feathered look. I like doing the hand rubbed. I think for what we do with, not 5A tops, I think we get better results. So that's my 2 cents. Geezer Butler plays Lakeland. What would that have effect on tonal quality if you put filler on a guitar? I don't know. Van Shank has been a Big D guitar member for 15 months. You're a super fan. Oh man. I think I have some of the templates you were asking for. I can't remember off the top of my head. I do have some for the guys that were asking. Send me an email, or don't you have my phone number? Text me, and I think I might. Did you want the pickup templates? I can't remember off the top of my head, but text me. I do have some stuff here, and then I've got a buddy who's got CAD printing. He'll let me get access to that, but I can figure something out. I'm hoping to move things forward again shortly. Bear with me. All right, we're 35 minutes in. At some point, we'll jazz bass template. Oh, I don't have that. I will. Let me work on that one for you. I'll get that one because let me work on that one, Van Shank. I'll get that one ordered tonight, and I'll get that out to you. How's the parents? Did I mention my mom and dad on here before? Or Paramana? My mom is doing relatively well. My dad actually has COVID, and he's really crabby. So, we'll see if he watches this and yells at me for saying anything. But mom's doing really well, so we'll see. We'll talk about that later. Or if you have my email, send me an email. But things are actually doing really well, like way better. So, just made a body purchase. Who loves me? Well, I'm so happy, and I can eat, right? Let's see. Which one did you buy, Eddie? Hopefully the big expensive one, right? Let's see. Eddie just bought oh, he bought the this one sold to Eddie Saunders. Edwin Saunders. Should we post your address and phone number? What it done did. The Alder. He got it. Sold. Get that out the door. Log into the FedEx app that I haven't touched in a while. I'll get this out to you tomorrow. I got a couple meetings. Then I got to go run errands. So I'll get that out tomorrow. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. So now we still got this and this to sell. We'll do one more live. You guys need projects for yourself after spending all that money on Christmas stuff for the kids. You need something for yourself, right? That's what you have to tell the spouse or soon to be. Whatever. All right. What else? We are almost 40 minutes in, 37 minutes. Van Shank, send me a text after this, and then I'll talk to my buddy. I think he might have that, but I'll get you a copy of it, and you can tell me you want the body or the neck, or what are you looking for? My family threatened the fireplace if I got more. That's funny. My son controls my allowance. Oh, that's tough. Yeah, I don't have any allowance or anything right now, so can't do anything. Although we have this beautiful place, as my daughter likes to call it. She calls it something else. So, all right, we will go live next week. We'll do our Tuesday live, I think. Kids are with me Wednesday. So that's what, the 19th. So we'll go live on the 19th. You guys can mark that in your calendar. Have the kids the 20th, 21st, 22nd. I got a bunch of stuff to do. And then Christmas weekend is here. So, God, this weekend will be quick. The next 2 weekends, we're going to blink. So that body will be used to build a guitar for my USMC daughter. Hoo-ah, right? That's awesome, man. Thank you. Sometime a brother got to do what brother got to do to stay warm. That is true. Got to do what we got to do. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Appreciate all of your thoughts and prayers. And I actually feel pretty good. I know I sound like I got a cold, but we're doing all right. All right. Have a good one, guys. We will talk. See you, Chris. Text me if you want Christmas. We'll commiserate a little bit. All right. See you guys. Bye.